You know, sometimes I believe we constantly underestimate the power of the human spirit. We think it is limited. We think the human spirit thrives on all external factors. We believe that whatever happens on the outside is supposed to affect us on the inside 100% of the time, and that's not true. We think that our circumstances create our mindset and it's a permanent situation, and it's not. I ran into someone the other day, and he was a bit depressed. And he was talking about finances and everything else, and he was wondering why he couldn't catch a break. He's been struggling for years. And I told him, I said, I know what it's like to struggle. And I said, and there could be many reasons for that. I said, but one thing you can't do is you can't be bitter about it, because that's going to affect your mindset, and all that negative energy that you have piling up in your head, all it's going to do is draw more negative energy. It's never where negative draws positive and positive draws negative. It's always negative to negative and positive to positive. So I could sense that he was getting severely depressed. And I said, if it gets to the point where it affects your daily activities, I said, go talk to somebody. And he was like, well, I don't want it to turn to that. I said, well, maybe you just need to take a break and get out of your surroundings for a couple of days. I said, that's all you have to do. Sometimes it'll do wonders for you. And he said, I'll think about that. But for some reason, he just went into this thing about, well, you got to understand, I'm from the hood, and we had it so hard, and blah, 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 blah. And when I heard that, I started to get a little irritated. I told him, I said, look, I said, I might not have come for the hood. I said, but you know what? If you're a human being, guess what? You're going to have problems on this earth, whether you came from a rich neighborhood or whether you came from a poor one. I said, but one thing that aggravates me is that people that say that they came from poor surroundings, anytime that things don't go their way, the first thing they want to do is go back to their background and talk about how hard they had it. You can't keep using that as an excuse. I said, if that's the case, then tell that to all the people who came from humble surroundings and became a success. Tell that to the people when you read their memoirs. You hear about how they wrote several books that were rejected before a publisher finally picked them up. Now they're world-renowned authors. Tell that to people who have TV shows and radio shows heard all around the world, and these people had to sleep in their car for a year or two because they had nowhere else to go. Tell that to the people who lost their job and they lost their family at the same time, but they still kept on trying to pursue their dreams. So please, don't use your humble beginnings as an excuse for not trying. It's the human spirit. It's what you want deep down. And these people who are now successful in whatever it is they do, whatever gifts they have that they're using, they didn't let their circumstances stop them. And if they did, it was only temporary, and then they had to hit the reset button. And I said, my friend, what you need to do is hit that reset button. Because we all have a gift in this world, no matter what anybody says. And our job on this earth is to fulfill our purpose by sharing our gift with other people. And I said, right now, I think you just need a little bit of time away so you can get some fresh air in your lungs. Just saying.